the DeWalt diesel heater up and running. And as you can tell, it doesn't really have too much of a clicking or knocking, which a lot of the other units that I've been seeing that people have been posting or uploading, they have the like a heavy knocking, and this one doesn't have that. Not the DeWalt anyways. Yeah. I'm right next to it too. Can you hear a knocking or a ticking? Not really. You can hear the air coming out, which is about 200 and I think 15 degrees Celsius is what it's at. And other than that, you can hear the fan. Can't really hear the, oh yeah, you can. That's the intake, the filter. Well, you can hear a little bit of a ticking back here. Not very much. It's not very loud. I believe, is that the, what was it? It was the fuel pump, I think it was, or something like that. One of the gentlemen that uploaded the video. But yeah, this year the DeWalts don't make that kind of noise. It's actually pretty quiet for the knocking part. But it does have the roar of the air coming out. Let's see here. I'm gonna play with this a bit. I think it's already on 10. We'll see what the temperature is. 209, 208, 207, 206. It'll go back up. So I'll start climbing back up. It's only because it was on 9, I did turn it up to 10. There's like 10 speeds. 208. So I'll climb up to like, I think 213, 215, something like that. We'll see. Should climb. See how high it goes. It's only 40 degrees in here in the garage. I've had this on for about maybe 5-10 minutes now. 214. See if it goes any higher. Will it go any higher? No. So it'll be about 213, 214. It'll pump out. It'll fluctuate. It's at 212, 211. As it starts to drop, it'll kick back in and start raising up. So when it fluctuates about 5 degrees, and within the 5 degrees, and then it'll kick itself back up again. So you only have to prime these basically the first time. After that, you don't have to do that. That's what I'm finding out more and more. So I just let it sit. As soon as I turned it on, I would basically click on, turn on the UPC charging current. So you got the wires going to the heater. You got this here is for the 24 volt battery when you're on 220. I mean, not this one. This one's the 110. The one I got curled up here is for the 220. So it's 24 volt battery. And I got my power supply, the cord up in here and on the switch. But yeah, this works pretty good for supplying the power to the unit. I still have to get the battery, which I'm going to be doing. They ran out of batteries, so now I got to go and find another same one. As you can see, I put here auto battery, 12 volt, 7 hour to 18 hour. Well, I'm going with the 18 hour is what I found, and then it's just ran out, so now I've just got to find another supplier that actually sells them. And I got my exhaust. I got most of the cord in here. I actually pulled it back in because I can get radiant heat off of that exhaust. And then I've got the right here. You'll see I've shortened the line out. It's not way out. It's a little shorter. Only about 2 feet. I had it hanging about 4 feet. So now I've got more of it in here. So that basically heat up. As you can see, here, you can see the coloring on it. That's actually pretty hot. From here to about here, as you see, the color starts to fade away, and then it's the regular hose color. And then you come down here and you start seeing the color starts right about here. So that's pretty hot. So I've got a good space, walking space, so nobody needs to walk close to that. You can see here where you at. 208, 207, 206. So it keeps fluctuating back and forth from 206 to 213, 214. Then he dropped the speed down to 9. You see it's flashing. That means it's slowing the fan down. Once it slows the fan down, you'll see the temperature will start rising. So now the fuel pump basically will slow down a bit. So basically it'll adjust itself to the fan. Fuel pump basically will slow down, like it's, you know, you can hear it when it's on 10, it's going to, and when you drop down the speed, it starts to go as you lower the speed, it gets slower. You'll see here, I'll drop it down to 8. The fan starts dropping down, and it should hear the fuel pump slow down some too. The thermostat, basically, I guess the thermostat, which is inside in there in the housing, it radiates, it takes the temperature, and it's too hot, it'll slow down that fuel pump, I guess. Now it'll climb back up because it's adjusted itself. So now I either go up one more or it'll probably drop to 210. Make a liar of me and hold that 211. Oh, nope, I knew it. Yeah, see? They were trying to make me a liar. 2.9. This is 2.8 max. Yeah, see? So it fluctuates, it balances out the thermostat, whatever. It has, I guess, I don't know, must feed back to the to this unit part here, the display. Go back up by 1. Let's see if it goes back up. Because it fluctuates, it doesn't hold. Yeah, see, 210, so it'll probably go back to 211. And then when the thermostat thing gets too hot, it'll slow the fuel pump down. And then speed it back up again. Other than that, there's really not much of a ticking sound from it. That's hardly any noise to it at all. It's basically the blower and the if you're back here, it sounds like, no, I think it's right here is where the sound's coming from. Is that a fan in there, I think? There's a fan in there blowing on there. And then you can hear a little noise from here. Yeah, but that's how she rolls. She works pretty good. Does the job. I noticed that some of the units have like a cover that you can put on here. But this one didn't come with that. And I really don't mind, because it'll let out all the heat. Yeah, it's not super hot. Well, if you hold your hand there long enough like that, yeah, it'll get a little hot. But yeah, 210, 211, fluctuating. So fluctuates about 5 degrees Celsius, 5 down, 5 up. Alright, that's it for the D-Wall diesel air heater. I don't know why they call them air heaters. Why not just call them air heat exchangers? It sounds better to me than diesel air heater. Diesel heat exchanger. Yeah. Oh, before I goes, so there's where my fuel is, and I was at about half a tank, and I've had this on, that'll be about 15-20 minutes maybe now. But yeah, all right, out of here. Stay tuned. What's gonna be next? Oh, one more thing. I'm using half and half mix. Half diesel, half regular gas. Yeah. So, and when I said about 15-20 minutes, no, I guess I checked when I came out here and all that on the phone, because I did something, I sent the text. So I checked when I did the text. And this thing's been running for more like 45 minutes, not 15-20 minutes. So, and it was at halfway. So it's actually pretty good. This, I'm pretty sure I've already did the thing. It was 6 hours and 6 hours that I had run it. That's 12 hours. So that burns one full tank for 12 hours. Of course, adjusted the speed and all that. It wasn't always up on high. It was, once it got a little warmer, like I don't know, maybe 10 degrees warmer, then I just turned it down some. And I said it was what, 40 degrees in here, and it is 43, 42 and a half, something like that. If I can get a little closer there. 40, I think it's 43. So 3 degrees. But of course this is not an insulated garage. The roof is saying I did block the vents. There's one there. There's one more over here somewhere. There it is. And then there's a gable vent at the end, and I blocked that up too. But yeah, that's all uninsulated. But the walls, apparently, I don't know if they're all done. We haven't took all the walls off to find what's actually back behind. But they did fill insulation all up along the soffit parts on both sides. So, other than that, this is actually doing pretty good of bringing it up. It's only been, like I said, about half of 45 minutes. And it's uninsulated, so it's still climbing real slowly. It'll probably go up to about maybe 50 degrees. I think I had it on for about an hour or two. Yeah, it was 40 degrees out that day too. And I had it on and it came up to about 50 degrees. So it brings it up at least 10 degrees. Of course, this is a 23 from back here to the door, and it's 17 wide. So that's a pretty good size space for a 8. What was it? 8. It should be right on the back here. 8 kilowatt. I can hold that still. There. So, I wonder if they would even come out with a bigger one, maybe a little bigger than 8 kilowatts, or at least one that has a little more heat. Because I think this is pushing, if I just push the button here, it's, what's this, 14 degrees Celsius, what's that? So, alright, so 212, 211, okay. So that's what it's pushing right now. And that is, I believe, on, I think I dropped that down to 8. Yeah. The 8 speed. It's not running on 10 or whatever. Anyways, I wanted to throw that in there too. That I'm using mixed. I could probably even get away with, because gasoline is the cleaner version of diesel. Diesel still has some unrefined stuff in there, like what do they call that? Crude oil, whatever, just traces of it. And then gasoline's been refined a little bit more, so I could probably throw some gas and throw a little mixture of oil in there to bring it to like a diesel mix. But diesel's cheaper, and if it happens to be that regular gas is cheaper, I guess I'll just have to go with some gas and some oil. I'll give that a test too. I just wanted to test to see if it would take the diesel and the regular gas. I wanted to not just do straight out gas. I want to at least half and half it and see how it ran first before I even try even just putting just regular gas in it with some oil. Alright, I'm out of here. Hit that subscribe button, notification, and hit that like. Alright, I'm out of here. See ya. It's been about an hour and 45 minutes since I fired that up. And it has actually been on number 9. Not 8, but number 9. I did have it on 8, but then I put it back up to number 9. And I was just going to go take a look at the thermometer over here and see what she's reading. So she's at 49, almost 50. So another 15 minutes, it'll probably be at about 50 degrees. So that's what I think. And now if I had run that, like for 6 hours, I'm pretty sure I'll get that up to 60 degrees in here. Even though it's like, I think it's even less than 40 now, like out, but it was 40 degrees and it's supposed to drop tonight, so yeah, I wouldn't doubt it's probably somewhere around about 35 out, maybe 36. But yeah, we got some snow a little bit, not much, but she's keeping her warm in here. Now if this was insulated, oh yeah, she'd be a toasty in here right now. She'd probably be at 60. Alright, that's it